Yesterday's news that Disney had lost the rights to use Spider-Man in the MCU, that was devastating news for the MCU going forward, in my opinion. Spider-Man was the one I think that could have taken the mantle from Iron Man and Captain America to lead the MCU into the future. Now, granted, what Kevin Feige is doing with Phase 4 interests no one at all. And it would have been very, very hard to really kind of make Spider-Man the face of the MCU going forward and push a new Avengers, so to speak. But at least they had the Spider-Man name. Now, they don't even have that. So to me, everything in the future is just in limbo. It's completely in limbo. If I'm Kevin Feige, I'm getting on the phone and I'm calling Chris Evans and I'm saying, you need to come back. We need you as Captain America. You know, forget about what you saw at the end of Endgame, where he basically gave the shield to Falcon and said, here, you take it. And it set up Falcon as the new Captain America. Now, I like Falcon, but I don't see Falcon as the face of the Avengers. I don't see him as Captain America. So I think Kevin Feige needs to swallow his pride, get Chris Evans on the phone and say, let's work something out. Because it's not a guarantee that they're going to get Spider-Man back. It's a possibility. It still could happen because even Sony, their spokesperson kind of opened the door when they actually said that we're kind of looking forward to working with Kevin in the future. So they haven't shut the door on Spider-Man coming back to the MCU. It's probably unlikely for a while. It may actually take 3-5 years. You never know. Something like that. It could happen next week. So, but negotiations, they're off right now. So Sony owns the rights. They're planning on making their own movies with Tom Holland. There's 2 movies that they're planning on making right now. But the MCU, not looking too good for them. Not looking too good for them at all. I think more people are interested in seeing a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie than the Eternals. Even more so, I believe, than Doctor Strange 2. The MCU has no face. They have no face whatsoever. They have no one that can lead them into the future. Now, I do like some of the individual characters that they do have. I like Black Panther. I like Doctor Strange. But I don't see them leading the MCU. I don't see them as the face of the MCU. Now, could their movies still be good individually? Yes. But when you're talking about a team-up movie like the Avengers, I just don't see that. And don't even get started with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel will not lead the MCU. Actually, Captain Marvel was just voted the least powerful Avenger or the least popular Avenger. I don't remember. So Carol Danvers isn't resonating with fans overall. Yes, the movie made over $1 billion, but that's because it was in between Infinity War and Endgame. They set it up perfectly. But anyway, back to Spider-Man. I think that Sony is going to make Spider-Man movies. That's already given. Will they make good movies? I don't really know. It's just going to really kind of depend on what they do. But the MCU, Kevin Feige, the genius Kevin Feige, at least he used to be anyway, he comes out of this looking really, really bad. Kevin Feige has turned into the biggest SJW there is. He may be the biggest SJW. He's probably surpassed Kathleen Kennedy. It's a real good conversation to have, and you can make a case that he is the biggest one. So now he's going to be pushing identity politics, which is going to push away fans. And I'm glad that Spider-Man is not going to be a part of that. But this is just more evidence that the MCU is dead. They've lost Iron Man. They've lost Captain America. and now they've lost Spider-Man. They have no one that can lead the charge. So Kevin Feige, you need to go back in time, talk to yourself from 2 years ago and say, hey, what can I do? What would I do? I would do is call Chris Evans. I would get him to come back as Captain America. I don't know if this is actually going to happen or not, but they need a face. They need a name. Call him and say, come back, make another movie, start up the new Avengers, just until we can get Spider-Man to come back. And I think eventually they probably will be able to get Spider-Man back in fold again. I mean, Sony, like I said, they are still open up to working with Kevin Feige once again. And the only way they're going to work with Kevin Feige once again is Spider-Man. That's pretty much it. They know that Kevin Feige is a marketing genius. They know that he knows what he's doing. Now, we may be questioning him now because of his awakening, but his overall body of work says that he is very, very good at what he does. So Kevin Feige is going to have to work his magic to get the MCU back on top, because I just see the future of the MCU going down the toilet. But that's just my thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on this? What can Kevin Feige do to save the MCU going forward? Guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.